Holy moly. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'll take my jacket off and stay a while, I guess. Good morning, Dan, Kevin, Dex, Gary, Merle, Nikki, Cliff, Jeremy, Valerie, Rongamer, Alan, Craig, and missed a few at the top there. David, Marizio, Infinity, Everett. Hey, Everett, thanks for doing what you did yesterday. I'll get you set up in Discord. Muku, Don, Donald, Dan. Look at those D names right together. Love it, love it, love it. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning. Wow. Did we turn the bottom? Yeah, I hope so. Sure does. Wow. And 420 companies reporting earnings since the close yesterday. Roku up like crazy, as I wrote in the description there. And holy moly. I mean, this was the biggest list of positive tickers I've seen probably since I've been doing this Morning Monster show. So, I mean, I stopped at the things that were just up $4. I was like, holy crap-a-moly, man. Usually I go down to things that are up $2. Sometimes I dip down to $1.50, but I stopped at things that were just up $4 and the list was huge. I mean, look at it. I mean, look at this list. It goes on and on, like, all the way down here. I didn't even pick up negative things. Like, I didn't even put any negative things on there. So usually I pick up all the things that are moving more than $2 up and moving more than $2 down. And I mean, whew, what a morning. What a morning. Seems we unclinched. As I suspected, we were kind of clinched up waiting for FOMC. Seems that that came and went, and we have unclinched the market here. So we'll talk about it here. Anyway, all trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance not necessarily indicative of future results. This presentation intended to be informational, educational, fun, entertaining. I may never get another prediction right again. It isn't what it's not is though it is not a recommendation to buy stocks, options, futures, cryptos, forex, bonds. Don't buy them, don't sell them. Don't buy stuff from gurus. Don't even buy stuff from me if you don't trust me. All right. I'm doing this thing to try to build some trust with you. Hopefully I can help you out, get ahead of these markets. It's Scout's honor. I'm doing this to try to help people not get raked. There's a lot of snakes and scams out there, and a lot of people just don't give a flying flip about you. I do. All right. If you desire personal financial advice, though, you got to hire and consult a financial advisor. It's not what I do. I don't give you financial advice. I got the turquoise monster. Yeah, it's kind of see-through today. So, welcome everybody. Hey, Ted, Val, Jeff, welcome. So, I mean, Jerome Powell did what I expected, right? No rate change announcement, as held rates steady. Kind of went into it with a bit of whatever they call it, dovishness. I don't know. We may be done with the rate raising. So, hey, Patrick, morning, Sledge, my man, came into it and came out of it. I mean, some people in Discord yesterday were like, what's he saying? It's like everything we expected. The rate raising is pretty much done. The bond market tightening fiscal conditions, and the 2-year Treasury plummeting while he was talking. I mean, absolutely getting pummeled. What you would expect, if we're not going to raise rates anymore, why would the 2-year keep rallying? And so that's coming off. Now, the problem that we're seeing here, when we look at the DGS2, now, if it's dropping, if that 2-year constant maturity rate starts dropping, then we have a situation that can unfold where they might have to cut rates. And I've long held that raising rates is positive because the economy is strong. Cutting rates is negative. This is counter to the mainstream media narrative, right? Like, that's not what they say in the mainstream media. Like, it's not what they say on CNBC. It's not what they say on CNN. It's not what they say in any of that, the MSNBC and even the Yahoo Finance videos and stuff. Like, they don't talk about how the fact that cutting rates means that something bad is coming. All right. And the Fed is reactionary. So something bad is already happening by the time they start cutting rates. Think about it. Use your brain. All right. raising rates, even though it's putting the hurting on the financial system, we're causing some problems in banking, right? The pace at which they rose rates was a problem. All right. I'm not dismissing the fact that what they did was not a problem and not going to continue to be a problem. We haven't fixed anything in the banking sector. But taking it easy is a smart approach. I'll give them that. And but watch out for that rate cut. That means something. It means the storm clouds are coming. All right. Now, big picture, we have created a situation where it's just a matter of time before the next financial crisis. All right. There's no way to mince words about it. I mean, there is going to be another financial crisis. I don't care what our Treasury, Secretary of Treasury, whatever says, there's going to be another financial crisis in our lifetimes. Unless you die in the next couple of weeks, which I hope you don't. But in the next, I'm going to say a couple of years, we're going to have another, it could be sooner, it could be later. I'm seeing probably out to 2025, 26, we're going to have a financial crisis kick off. All right, my charts are kind of lining. Do we have the all clear for going higher? No, we don't. We can still go lower from where we're at. If we look at the S&P, all the things I said yesterday still hold true. We still have key resistance here. We still have a major key resistance up here. That was a good start. We just stopped right in the box yesterday. Look, we stopped right there. That was the first thing we needed to do, was test that resistance. If we can get through it, we've got to get through the roadmap line. If we can get through there, we've got to get through this. If we turn down up here, watch out below. All right. So, could we crash this year? Yes. Is there going to be a great financial crisis, or a greater financial crisis, possibly greater depression? Yeah, it's probably coming. And 2025, 2026 aligns with a lot of the things I'm watching. All right. If we can get out of this current funk, if we can turn bullish here, we're probably heading up here. And at which point we'll find a top, and then probably have a lost decade probably in the stock market, where we won't exceed this for 10, maybe as long as 20 years. It's going to be rough. Rough financial conditions are, the storm clouds have formed. We have stormy seas ahead. All right. So just throwing that out there. I know it's nobody wants to think about that far ahead, but it's what I see in the charts. All right. So big picture, little picture. Little picture, we got to deal with where we're at today, which is not above resistance yet. We do have multiple layers of resistance above us. All right. Multiple layers of resistance above us. We have to get out of here. All right. Yeah, let's get the money while we can here. And then we can make a plan for the big down that's likely to come. All right. Can I plan it right now? No. There's a lot of crap that has to unfold before we get to that point. All right. Remember, it's not about, I say this all the time. It's not being wrong that costs you the money. It's staying wrong. Right now is not the time to bet against the market, because it can thread the needle and we can go full bull and we can be at 5,000. And then, if you shorted everything here, you're going to go broke way before, as they say, the market can be irrational and do irrational things much longer than you can stay solvent. Let's face it, we don't have billion-dollar trading accounts. At least I've never met anybody with a billion-dollar trading account. So, and the beauty of YouTube is, people like Elon Musk could watch, and that is somebody. He comments on the chat. Awesome. He probably has $1 billion worth of, stocks and stuff like that. But I've never met anybody like that. So, we can't afford to just bet short right now. We have to wait until it's clear. So make sure you got your time frame in mind here. There's still a much higher potential on this chart. And this is just murky. Historically, we're in the bullish time of the year, though. I mean, there's a reason we call it the Santa rally. And let me see if I can even find the chart. Find the chart that shows the thing. Golly, the computer rebooted yesterday and cleared all my thumbnails, so now I'm having to pop up every window just to try to find it. Not that one. There we are. Here we are. I found it. I found it. Look. Zoom it up here. October, typically, I mean, look, historically, we don't usually exceed any high from September. I mean, even though October usually kicks off a run, it's usually kind of choppy. That's what we had, kind of choppy, all month long. November, we usually get a dip and a pop. I mean, like, so this 3-month period, though, when you look at it, when you zoom out a little bit, it's usually pretty bullish. Now, October, we kind of wasted. Ended on the lows almost. So did we shift this over? I don't know. Or did we just kind of skip October and we did this and ended up the end of October here? I don't know. Like, this is seasonality. This is a 20-year average. It's not necessarily like the way this works. All right. So it doesn't do this every year. This is the 20-year average. So some years are better. Some years are worse. This year, so far, October was a crappy chop month. So, and then I don't know what's going on there. And there's my volatility seasonality and load. There we go. Right here. So volatility tends to drop. I went long SVXY. SVXY pops while VIX drops. Historically, we see VIX drop pretty major between now and December. And actually, it drops even into January. So, there you go. The solar system's at my house. I'm at the office. I actually come to an office to do all this stuff. Hey, let's be honest. When I'm at home, I don't tend to get a lot of crap done. I can play video games. I can mess with projects. I can work on my solar thing. There's a lot of stuff at home I can do. I turn bowl. I mean, I have a shop. I have a whole thing. And I come here to the office to get my work done and focus on trading and engineering. So my wife sometimes calls it the second home. Anyway, so this is VIX, and we tend to drop. That's why I went long. Quite a few contracts at SVXY. I got over 30 in my own personal accounts, I think. So looking for this to drop. I think if it all works out, there's the market open. If it all works out, maybe 20 grand. If it hits my target, that'd be pretty sweet. And we have, there's that S&P seasonality. Zoom it back out one more. Look, October, typically we rally, but we didn't get it. So we kind of ended, it's like this. It's like we did this in October. It's like this was shifted over and we did that in October, right? Kind of ended up pushing down into the lows there right at the end of the month. So, and I'm getting alerts like crazy. So there we go. Likely to be bullish. So betting against this is not the smartest thing to do. All right. This is 20 years averaged. Betting against this is not the smartest thing to do. The market tends to repeat, tends to do the same things over and over. It's not exactly the same. There you go. There goes more alerts. Shopify going crazy apparently. And we'll talk about that in a minute. So, yeah, look at all these alerts. Amazon, Shopify, S&P. Beautiful. Oh, look at that. Right up to the roadmap line. Can we get through? Oh, there's another one. More alerts. Beautiful potential ramp here. This thing's turning full bull. We had a lot of pent up, kind of breaking above. Yep. I mean, we were really, really bearish. Now, we do have a zone right up here we got to get through. See how we chopped? We made a lot of tops. We got to get through that zone. Got to get through it. I mean, look how many days we topped out right there. That zone's coming up. Do we get there today? I don't know. Do we get there tomorrow? I don't know. Next week? I don't know. Do we turn down from there? I don't know. That's what the market's going to tell us. Can we go full bullish from here? Yeah. Do we got to get through these highs? Yeah. So it is treacherous territory going higher. There's opportunity for this thing to turn down and go sour on us. Like, please, 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 please be careful out there. We have not resolved anything yet. You know, we're seeing a 45-point day up so far. We had a 44-point day up yesterday. So we're already doing better than we were yesterday, 1%. Be careful. All right, there's likely to be a pullback in here too. S5FI, probably going to the top. It might chop in between here, but after being this low, making the higher low, I kind of said it was probably going to do that. We're probably going up to 80. More alerts. Beautiful. So, all right, awesome. Green light. I might have some profit this morning too. I don't get alerts for necessarily all those trades. Anyway, NASDAQ looking pretty positive, getting above the first resistance. We're right at that prior high. If we can push above that, we've got this downtrend to go contend with. Now, if you're unfamiliar with NQ1, that's NASDAQ futures, QQQ. Just divide by 41 and you'll get it. So Russell also turning the bottom potentially. I'm not sure I'm going to bet on that one filling the gap today for OBA. If the market's looking this positive, unless something indicates we're going south here, this is probably the big 100 to 200 point up day that I've been looking for. So oil pushing down below the roadmap line. This is not an entry on oil yet. We haven't formed a reversal yet. I'll let you know. My alert's at 83.50 right now on light sweet crude. And I'm just waiting. Waiting. GC hasn't broken out yet. Bitcoin tagged 36,000. Fatal. Overnight, we hit the target. We hit that 36.4 that I've been talking about for, gosh, how long? Almost a year? I mean, it feels like forever. We got it. What to do next? Unfortunately, the most likely thing is to get a retrace and retest the breakout. All right. Do I expect a retrace? Yeah, I kind of do. That was potentially the top. If you got in the crypto unleashed trade, consider booking your profit. Like now, this thing can retrace. Now, could it just hang out here and go on extension? Sure. Yeah, that's what we did right here. We hung out and did the extension. Got another one right. Oops. I mean, I get lucky. Lucky or good, I don't know. I like to think I get lucky a lot since I've learned how to do this stuff. So watch out. All right. Watch out. Bitcoin may pull back from here. That's the pattern I would expect is a pullback at least down into this zone where we topped out back here. All right. Now, would I love to see it break on through 40 and get up at these higher targets? Yeah, I would. I would really love that. I mean, I have hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in crypto. Be careful. It's likely to pull back. Ethereum, right up to the resistance and rejecting. Be careful. That can just drop out from here. In fact, that may be my signal to liquidate my Ethereum holding here. Dollar, rejected the area. Look, couldn't break above. That makes it likely, still in the zone, still sideways. If we break below these lows on this rejection, probably coming down the roadmap line. If we can't hold that, going on down. So, oh, thank you, Arthur. I don't know about a genius, but, I get a few things right occasionally. ROKU, look at that pop. Beautiful, right up to the roadmap line. That's resistance. Needs to get on through. If it can, much higher targets. I'm talking 104, 112, possibly up here to this resistance up here, 140. PayPal, nice pop. That's still very bearish. We've done these pops before. Be careful. All right. Melly, beautiful. That's going to be a potential 1514, 1,514 to possibly 1,600 on the upside. That was a beautiful bounce. I was a little concerned rejecting the 618 yesterday on the close, but if we get a close up here, that's pretty much setting the target at 1514 right there. Possibly 1609, possibly do the move up, retrace, and break up there. Beautiful, beautiful. Like I said, there's lots of stuff, lots of positive stuff. And that one, that's a 3-wave up into the roadmap line. Watch for that to make another leg down on ASML. That can get a continuation, but I would be very, very cautious right there. That's right at the 100%. That's A equals C. If it turns back down, fills that gap, starts breaking down, coming down here. PH. Nice pop there. SMCI. Right off the roadmap line. That's all we really needed on SMCI. It's all we needed on NVIDIA. We touched the roadmap line on both of those. We have kind of an all clear in the market. Race, even race bouncing off the roadmap line. Lots of things bouncing right off that roadmap line today. Getting a potential move up. We can get continuation higher. I mean, this closes in this area today. Probably going to 342, maybe 357. And maybe do the up, down, up thing right there. ELF even showing a little bit of pop. Back up to the roadmap line. Beautiful. Right off the support. That's got some stuff to work through. Got to get back up through this resistance. You know, this was support, turned resistance, still resistance, still could go lower. Not all clear for ELF yet. CLX, Clorox. Came up a little shy. Filling the gap. That one may go lower. Be careful. That's still a bearish chart. Significantly below the roadmap line. Starbucks. Wow, nice. I did expect that to go lower, but we're kind of popping. Still below the resistance. That can just be wave one down. That could be the B wave. We find resistance and still go lower. Be careful. Wait for it to prove it. We're not breaking above the highs yet. You know, NVIDIA, like I said, that could be all we needed. We can go up to 520, 530. And we run them high to the low. Didn't do the head and shoulders thing at this point. Looks like we may do the head and shoulders rejection, which would put us, 530. High to low, 530. Beautiful setup right there. It touched the roadmap line. I'm done being bearish. It's all we really needed on NVIDIA. QLTA, never even heard of this. iShares AAA rated bond ETF. I mean, if you want to go after bonds, there you go. That's AAA rated stuff. So that'd be an easy way to hold some bonds. You get some dividends. Let's see, what's the yield? 3.5%. I mean, there's better paying stuff, but you can go after that. Hey, good morning, George. And Dash, look at that. Another beautiful bounce off the roadmap line. Even though this company pretty much loses tons of money on billions of dollars, that's probably going to 98, maybe 106. MSTR, that was the chart of the week. And 530 is the target. Can we get there? I don't know. They announced last night that they bought more Bitcoin, another 155 Bitcoins, making something ridiculous, $5.8 billion worth of Bitcoin or something like that on their earnings. Even though, I mean, that's a pretty big miss, but they dumped a bunch of money into Bitcoin. So Tesla, I mean, that could have been the bottom. That was the 100. That was the A equals C. We break back above the roadmap line. Probably going to 350. I kind of expected a little deeper, but yeah, it hit the minimum retrace, and we break back above the roadmap line, get through the gap fill. 350 is the target. I am still bullish. I just thought we might get a little deeper. And MDB potentially going to bounce off the roadmap line. Not really. It was kind of on the bigger movers list, but it's just because of how big the price is. FNGU, nice bounce. We still have the resistance up here at 190 for the targets up here at 250, 280. LOY, I kind of expected that negative reaction, kind of looking like we might get a positive reaction there, and we may go on the next extension. 647. Look, I mean, you can just use drawing tools. It can just be like, we got a pullback that was similar. Moving up there would take us right up to about 660. Be conservative, 647. Shop. Nice pop. Right off the, look at that beautiful retrace popping. It's got a ways to go to get on through resistance. Oh, moving the wrong fib line. To have resistance right up in there to go higher on shop. I stepped off a shop. ADBE continuing to try to chop set. I mean, continuing to try to break up higher, but just chopping sideways at the point. At this point, we've got resistance built up right there. We break through. Probably coming up here. QCOM. Back up to the top of the triangle thing. Watermelon seed squeeze. That's a lower high still. Be careful. We've got Apple reporting earning. Apple AAPL reporting after the close today. Can they break higher? We have the downtrend of the highs. If they can get above that, we're probably going up. Target's up here, 220 for the next extension. I was saying earlier in the week that may be the bottom for Apple. We got right to the top of my target area. Just scraped the top of it. I mean, lucky or good. I don't know. I get lucky a lot. Keep coming back. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like it. If you see anything, make sure you give me a thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever, react with the, interact with the video. Give me some hearts on the live stream, whatever it is you want to do. Let me know. Interact with me. Interact with the video. Share it with a friend. I mean, that's what helps me help more people. All right. Don't keep it to yourself. The more people I can help, the better. Like, there's only like 3,000 subscribers. I mean, there's what, 8 billion people in the world. There's more people I could help. Although I don't speak all the languages, so I speak a good old Southern U.S. HII, Huntington, Ingal. I have no idea what these people do. Aerospace and defense, apparently. And need to break above this resistance. Thanks all the hearts. I love it. Thanks for liking this stuff. So breaking above would be awesome. Upside targets, but I mean, right at the 618 level, when we look at the full retrace there, and it's not even to the high. There's a resistance there, and we're going to have to push through for HII. Not a company that I mess with. Align, despite popping a little bit, that's more likely to get an extension lower. Let's be honest. This is a horrible chart. You should not buy the bottom thinking that you're getting a deal. This can extend down to 105. Snow. Let's be honest here. This is a pretty bad chart that could go lower, even with the market going higher. QQQ, popping. Still have that. Just like Apple. Got to get above that downtrend. Just like Apple. Meta. Hmm. 336 if we can. I mean, well, let's pull that on down to the low. 343 actually. If we can get out of this funk. We're gonna have to break this prior high. 343, 361 on the upside. Netflix, I'm long some shares of Netflix. My target is 515. I think we're going up. That was potentially, well, actually it's 520, I think it is. Yeah, 520. 520 is my target. High to low. Save this so it quits reverting. That was a 3-wave down. Hooked a little deeper than the roadmap line. We're not above the 618 yet. So it's not like a lock, but I bought a couple shares right back here at 400. I'm thinking we get to 520. I can sit on shares for a long time. Shock. Right down in here. Still bearish. Be careful. TTD. Like a lot of other tech. Downtrend. Not sure on that correction. That was kind of funky. Could be a 3-wave. It's not very clean on the last move. 98, 108. If we can get back above this downtrend. Celsius, nice little pop. Bouncing off the roadmap line. It's got some work to do. That was perfect. Roadmap line. Retrace. Lowest low. Beautiful. Clear off this prior target. New target. 220. 241. Possibly way up here like 320 from the bigger retrace. Coin. Got a lot of stuff to work through. Not even joking. This one is lagging Bitcoin and crypto like a lot. A lot. If we can get out of this funk, we could quickly see an appreciation price up into this $200 area. I am long coin right now and expecting it to break out, but it could fail. That's a long consolidation. We've been basically just chopping sideways since mid-August. Just chopping right in the roadmap line, right in resistance. We got some stuff to work out here. Apologize in advance for the people that live here that don't buy mufflers or take the muffler off their truck. Anyway. All right. That's kind of the list. And I stopped it. I didn't even pick up bearish stuff because that was crazy how much stuff was on here. I got through it. So, bias for the day. Cautiously optimistic that we can get through the roadmap line. We are at resistance. We may see a retrace. Be careful. All right. Be careful. I'll be back live again tomorrow. We'll talk about Apple and what happens. If we get above the downtrend there today, odds are very, very good that we're going to go on up in a big way. We're seeing Microsoft potentially breaking up higher. Looking pretty positive. Had a little trade going in there. That's potentially getting up into that conservative entry. Looking for 382. We're seeing Google potentially bouncing off the roadmap line. Potentially. All these things did the things I needed them to do. Amazon, look at that. Getting up into the conservative entry target. Conservative entry zone. Say the right word. That sets us up to go to 151, possibly 160. Beautiful setups all over the market. All right. Pick your spot. Know where you're wrong. Have a plan. Let's get it. The account you save may be your own. All right. Remember, cut them off. Know when you're wrong. It's not being wrong that costs you money. It's staying wrong. Don't stay wrong. Close the trade when you're wrong. Save your account. The account you save may be your own. All right. Hit that like button if I said anything today that was awesome for you. Helped you out. If you liked it, didn't like it, thumbs down it. That's cool. React with the video. Share it. Have a great day. I'll be in Discord. If you want to come join me, link is in the description.